I've partnered with Valley Youth Theatre and also Desert Foothills Theatre. I used to be on the board for Desert Foothills Theatre years ago, so I have a strong connection with them. And a very good friend of mine, Hope Ozer, is Chair Emeritus for Valley Youth Theatre, so I sponsor various things that they do too. So yeah, there's quite a good connection. Well, it's great if it's something topical. For example, we just did our own Beauty and the Beast tea party, and in a couple of weeks I'm sponsoring the Desert Foothills Theatre's Beauty and the Beast tea party. So we have a themed tea party at the theatre, and people come and they buy tickets to have the tea party, and then we have the cast comes out from the theatre, they pour tea for the children that come to the tea party, we provide the food, they read a story, they do some acting from the actual play, and so it's a really great partnership. And we've done several things like that with the Desert Foothills Theatre, mainly the junior theatre, the youth theatre, so that ties in well with tea parties because we get the residual effects of it. People see our ad in the playbill. I think even on my ad currently it says something about a complimentary product. But I have a great affinity to the local theatre. Whilst not being an actress myself, I like to support the arts. I do a lot of theatre when I go back to London. I have a friend who she herself actually used to have her own theatre company, and we usually try and go back to England once every 5 or 6 years, and we do 14 plays in 7 days. Matinees and evenings every single day. Certainly some of the hotels do wonderful teas, Claridge's, the Dorchester, the Ritz is very famous, the Savoy does a great tea, so you know the hotels still keep up with that tradition. And the tea, in fact in England at the moment, having vintage tea parties is the thing to do. It's really become quite trendy, and people are doing a lot of wedding teas as part of their wedding brunch. When they have the food at a wedding, they use vintage cups and saucers and put on vintage tea parties, and that's great, but it's not so good for me because I go back to England to find all my cups and saucers, and they're in short supply now. You can't find them like you used to. Stage. The minute you come through the kitchen door, you're on stage, and everybody is watching you, and everyone's looking at every single thing you do. You know, people sit down, and the very first thing that normally happens is they look at their cup and saucer, and it reminds them of one their grandmother had, or it reminds them of when they had tea at a friend's house, or they just love the pattern, but there's usually some story attached to it. And my grandfather used to be a Coldstream Guard. When he was in his early 20s, he stood outside Buckingham Palace and did the whole duty outside the Buckingham Palace. And I've been to different events at Buckingham Palace. I was at the Queen's birthday parade just last year. The royal family went by me, so I was a very strong affinity to that. And it's the Queen's birthday tomorrow. She's going to be 91.